attempting a very difficult challenge. Today I'm going to be trying to do the island. The MER is the first leg of my journey. I will take this all the way to Douglas, and then from there I will take the Port Erin Tram to the other end of the marina, or halfway. They come back the other half. I was originally planning on getting the Snaefell Mountain Railway up to the summit. However, after looking at the timetable, I found out it doesn't work. I've just come off the Port Erin Tram. Compared to the Manx Electric Railway, it was very slow. It felt very Victorian, but it was enjoyable. It is actually 150 years old this year, and just last week, King Charles came over to address with the House of Keys, but while here, he also unveiled a plaque for the Port Erin Tram down at Derby Castle. Didn't get a picture this time. I might get one later. To celebrate its 150th anniversary. In comparison, the Manx Electric Railway only celebrated its 130th anniversary in 2018. So that would mean that in 2 years, it will be 140. So basically, 10 years less younger than the Port Erin Tram. I should probably dash now because I do need to make my train and I do also need to walk the rest of the way. It's a tad bit irritating that they cut back the Port Erin Tram, but you never know, in the future they may reopen it. We'll see. was very lucky just then. I got off the Horse-Run Tram, and then I full on had to sprint it down to the steam railway, because that's on the other side of the marina to the Horse-Run Tram. So because I ended up seeing out the Horse-Run Tram, I was already behind schedule at 1:25. I got to the station at 1:45. The train leaves at 1:50. They usually lock doors by 5 minutes or so before departure. I just sprinted onto the platform, and luckily the guard let me on. But now I'm very lucky to have a completely empty compartment all to myself. That's very good. But I'm on this all the way down to Port Erin, and because I'm on the earlier service, I'm going to probably go and have a look at the museum they have there. It's not giant, but it's not small as well. It's got quite a few good stuff. Now the light is being really irritating there. But yeah, I'm going to enjoy myself, have a bit of a relax, and I'll sit down now after my sprint across Douglas. I'm not looking forward to having to do that again anytime soon. Victorian trains don't really have much internet or Wi-Fi. However, they do have enough internet for me to check the bus times. Now, annoyingly, when I checked, I realised that the number 6 and number 8 buses only operate on one every 2 hours bus service. Now that's going to be irritating because I'm not going to be waiting in Port Erin until 5 o'clock to catch a bus up to Peel, to then only get back to Ramsey for around 7 o'clock-ish. Instead, I'm going to be going now up on the 11 back to Douglas, I'm pretty sure, and then the X3 from Douglas over to Ramsey on the mountain road, or as many TT enthusiasts would like to call it, the mountain course, which many motorbike enthusiasts take part yearly. Now I really hope the bus doesn't go through the mountain road at such a speed, but we'll see. Worst case, I end up on the side of the road. I think, oh man, that's good. Head injury department, so shouldn't be that bad, but yeah, let's hope I don't. Now I was looking at the timetable again, and I just realised that we're going to be passing over with the other train at Castletown. Now, given how we're at Ballasalla now, albeit running a bit late, I am anticipating that the other train is going to be already waiting at Castletown for us. I'm not exactly sure which engine is running on the service going towards Douglas, but I will see. I am now approaching Bronsway / Ballasalla, as looks to be a BAE system talk. Really gets in your eyes here. I'll keep you posted and try not to get so much in my eyes. past leaving Ballasalla, that's a tongue twister, or Bailey Salah, as it is said in Manx Gaelic. We are now just passing down through the end of the runway at Broadway, and should be getting into Castletown if we stay on the same time schedule at 29 past, only 2 minutes late to when we usually are, which is a lot better compared to South Eastern if you think about it. Then after that, it's all the way down to Port Erin, and as I said previously, I might have a look in the museum of something back behind me, so I'm just going to try and read this. I'm going to try and visit the museum, and then get a bus over back to Douglas. From there, I'm going to be going over Monumentous Road. I've gone through this already, so I don't know why I'll tell you again. I'm going to now put my head out the window, see what there is to see, and get to Castletown in one piece. Or try it in that retrospect. Now we are approaching Castletown. Number 11 in the other platform. Matesborough, I think it is. Maitland. Mate something. Oh, have a look. There we are, passing over token. Here we have it. IOM Steam Railway number 11, Maitland, heading down to Douglas. That's what it is. That's Maitland off with a full head of steam down to Douglas. Now we're just left here at Castletown until we get the green to go. We've got the tip token now, as you've seen, and now we wait. Hopefully not too long. I do have a bus to get, of course, after all. I think that might be us actually going off. I can feel them starting to get ready to go. strait between Castletown and Port St Mary, and in turn Port Erin, is the bit where they can really let loose and open up on the regulator, because this is the bit which is just a straight line all the way down into the heart of Port Erin. I am on that section now, and as I can already tell that they are starting to really let go and just go full throttle. I'm gonna film some of that because it's really interesting when I get onto it. This is the fun bit. This is the bit which they get out of all the industrial estates and all the towns, Southstead and all that, and they just get out into the countryside and can have fun. I was lying when I said that the stretch of track between Castletown and Port Erin was the fastest section of track. Instead, it belongs more specifically to the section of track between Colby and Port St Mary. Now, I thought that, even though I've been here many years, I thought that it was just a section between Castletown and Port St Erin, but that's beside the point. I am now at the Port Erin Railway Museum, however, and here is an example of one of the original locos from the Isle of Man Railway Company. Number 9, Douglas, in its, you can't see it, but lovely Manx green livery. I'm going to take a look around, see what there is to see, because there's sure a lot of it for what is the small shed, well not small, it's a standard sized railway shed, and see what there is to see.